Over the years, there has been hundreds, if not thousands, of Mario plushes that have been released. The most well-known of these plushes that have been released is the All-Star plushes by Sine. The reason these plushes are so popular is because they are very recently released and also super high quality. But today, we're not going to be talking about any plushes that have been released recently. We're actually going to be talking about a plushie that was released over 30 years ago. So, with that said, welcome to a look at the Banpresto 1991 Super Mario World plush set. This plush set was released in 1991 by the company Banpresto for the game Super Mario World. Now, Banpresto actually made two sets for the Super Mario World game, this plush set and a plush set a year later, which we'll be looking at in another video. But today we're going to be looking at the 1991 plush set, so yeah, let's get into the individual plushes in this set. The first plush in this set is the Mario plush. Now, this Mario plush looks really weird, but first let's look at the face of this plush. The face of this Mario plush is pretty accurate to Mario himself. The emblem on the hat is just a print on, and the mustache is also just a piece of felt ironed onto the plush. But something unique with these old Banpresto sets is that the eyes on most of these plushes are actually made out of plastic. Unlike the new plushes today that have stitched on eyes, these usually have plastic eyes, which is really cool in my opinion. Now, the face is pretty good on this plush, but the rest of the plush isn't really that good. Now, first off, Mario's body is just for some reason really wide and stretched out for some reason. I don't know why Banpresto made it look like this. Also, Mario arms and legs are really stubby. Like, he doesn't even have legs, he just kind of has like little stubs on them. I don't know why Banpresto decided to stretch out the body really widely and then make Mario have really little limbs. It kind of doesn't make any sense. It just makes Mario look really funny for some reason. Now, for the rarity of this plush, it's pretty common. You could find it on eBay most of the time for like $30 to $40, mattering on the condition of it. Now let's move on to the next plush in this set, which is Yoshi. Now, this Yoshi plush is actually one of, if not the first Yoshi plush to ever exist. Now, Banpresto did a pretty good job on him. He has the same plastic eyes that Mario has, but just with a different design, obviously. His nose is represented by two little dark green dots on his nose. Yoshi has some really small legs and really small arms that wrap around his body. Now, for the back of the Yoshi plush, he actually has a saddle instead of a shell on him. The reason why he has a saddle instead of a shell is because it was highly debated when Yoshi first came out if he either had a shell or a saddle. So for the first few Yoshi plushes, he actually had a saddle instead of a shell. So yeah, this makes it one of the only Yoshi plushes to ever have a saddle on it, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Now, overall, this is a pretty good Yoshi plush, especially because it's one of the first, if not the first ever made. Now, for the rarity of it, it's about the same rarity as Mario. You could find it on eBay pretty easily. He also sells for the same as Mario, between $30 to $40. You could find him mattering on the condition. So yeah, let's move on to the first enemy in this set, which is the Bonsai Bill. Now, just like the Yoshi, this is the first ever Bonsai Bill plush to ever be made. I'm pretty sure another Bonsai Bill plush wasn't made until like 10 years later after this one, so this one was really early for its time. Now, this plush has pretty good details. One thing to note is that all the details on this plush are actually iron-on instead of plastics like some of the details on Mario and Yoshi. His eyes look pretty good with an angry look on them because that's what it looks like in the game. Banpresto also got the look of a scary mouth just right on this plush. Also, above the eye, they added an extra detail of a shine. I'm glad that they added this detail because it just adds a little extra like shine to the plush and it looks really nice. Now, the one thing bad about this plush is the size of it. In the game, the Bonsai Bills are huge, but this plush is only the same size as Mario. It would have been better if Banpresto made the plush a little bigger than Mario to make it more game accurate. But yeah, besides that, this plush is a really good plush. Now, for the rarity of it, it's a little more rare than Mario and Yoshi. You can still find it on eBay for between $30 to $40, mattering on the condition though. Now let's move on to the next enemy, which is the Rip Van Fish. Now, this is a really obscure enemy, and only two plushes of this enemy were ever made before the enemy got completely removed from the Mario series. The Rip Van Fish was actually only ever in a few games, and the main one being Super Mario World, so it's really weird that Banpresto decided to make a plush of this. Now, just like Mario and Yoshi, the eyes on this plush are once again plastic. Now the mouth on this plush is just a normal frown mouth with a little black line over it, which makes it look unhappy. Now for the other details like the tail and the fins on the side of it, they just got a piece of felt and glued it onto the plush. I still find it very cool that Banpresto decided to make this, because there will never be another plush of this character because it hasn't been in a game for years. Now for the rarity of this is the second rarest plush in this whole set behind the next plush we will be looking at. The most likely place you'll find this plush is either on eBay or Mercari. Mattering on the condition of it, it can sell anywhere between $50 to $60. So yeah, let's move on to the next plush in this set, which I actually own, and it's the only plush in this set that I actually own. The next plush in this set is the Galumba. Now, just like every other plush in this set, excluding the bonsai bill, it has plastic eyes. Now, the eyebrows are actually a really weird material. From the distance, they kind of just look like print-ons, but they actually aren't. They feel more like of a sticker material instead of a felt material, so I really don't know what that is. But yeah, the rest of the plush is pretty simple, with the mouth being a little piece of string with some teeth printed onto it. Now, just like Mario and Yoshi has really stubby legs, which actually makes sense for this plush though. Overall, this plush is a really nice plush. This is one of the only plushes made of Galumba. There's actually only one other Galumba plush made by Vic Tokai, which is also part of the Super Mario World set by Vic Tokai, so there's only been 2 plushes of this plush made from the same game. And this is by far the better Galumba, because the Vic Tokai one just kinda looks weird. Now for the rarity, this is the rarest plush in the whole set, and I recommend looking on eBay or Mercari to find it. Now, this plush is also extremely expensive, with it being $60 to $80 mattering on the condition of it. Now, my favorite plush in this set probably has to be the Rip Van Fish, but what is your favorite plush in this set? Make sure to comment that down below, and yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and have a great day.